Hi, I'm Cameron, and I'm on Need to Impeach's team of researchers. It's been a hectic few days here at headquarters since the report came out. But make no mistake, what everyone's been talking about isn't the Mueller report. This is Attorney General William Barr's super abridged, very biased summary. Trump picked this guy himself, so we're not surprised to find ourselves here. Given Barr's cozy relationship with the president and the fact that he's been opposed to the Mueller investigation from the get-go, we've got some questions. Barr writes that Mueller's decision to describe the facts of his obstruction investigation without reaching any legal conclusions leaves it to the Attorney General to determine whether the conduct described in the report constitutes a crime. But it's Congress's responsibility to assess the report. So why does Barr think he can make that decision for himself? Barr and Rosenstein said in the letter their conclusions don't add up to obstruction of justice. Specifically, they said the special counsel's investigation is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense. If Mueller couldn't draw a conclusion on this one way or another, how did they draw theirs? And what about Barr's vague definition of Russian interference? Barr's report says that the evidence couldn't prove Trump conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference. But what about private individuals working on behalf of the Russian government's interests? Barr writes that because Mueller didn't prosecute Trump on charges of conspiracy, none of his obstruction was done with corrupt intent. He's essentially arguing that there wasn't anything for Trump to obstruct because Trump wasn't really at risk of being caught committing a crime. But this goes against historical precedent. It wasn't the consensual affair between President Clinton and Monica Lewinsky that merited Clinton's impeachment. It was the decision to lie about it to Congress. The cover-up was the crime. Why is Barr trying to argue against this? Why does Barr think it's legal for the president to fire anyone who investigates crimes in his administration? And one last thing about obstruction. In Barr's letter, he says that Trump can only be charged for obstruction if his acts obstruct investigations that he's connected to. But what about obstructing justice to protect the reputation of his administration, or dissuade an investigation from moving forward that might grow to include him, like when he tried to fire Mueller for looking at his finances? Although yes, pieces of the Mueller report are out, it's clear that we're still waiting on the full truth.